Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about minding your business. Minding your business. So first I want to start off by thanking everyone that clicked onto my video. Hope that you'll like it, enjoy it. Make sure you watch it to the end. If you like and enjoy, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like, share, all those things. So let's get into it. So first of all, I want to talk about how people are so invested in other people's life and not really invested in their own life. So this is the thing. Whatever's going on with somebody or however they do things is their business. You know, I just hear a lot of people, that I talk to and everything, and some of them is like, well, such and such said this, and they said this, and they said I'm doing this way, and this is how I should do, and and then you have some that I talk to, and well, this person said this behind my back and was saying different things that I'm doing. Look, whatever people do to make it out here in life is none of no one's business but theirs. And whoever their mate is, it's nobody's business. I don't care what's going on in somebody's life. Leave them freaking alone. Mind your business. That's the problem with the world of today. And you know what? Most of them are people that are Christians, so-called, go to church, serve God, read their Bible, however you want to put it. But they always have something to say about somebody. And the problem is while you're saying something about this person and what they not doing and how they not living, but you gossiping. And while you're reading the Bible, you need to read about gossip, because it's in there. But people are so into other people's business that they can't even focus on what they got to do. And this is my thing. Everybody thinks that, well, I ain't going to say everybody, but a lot of people out here think that you want their opinion, and you really don't. Or they sit around here and think that every time somebody do something, it's always something that they're trying to do towards them. Everything that somebody do in life has absolutely nothing to do with you. That doesn't mean everything hasn't anything to do with you. Some things that people are doing out here in life is to strive and get by and do what they need to do in their life. It's absolutely has nothing to do with you. But in your mind, excuse me, that's the way you think. Well, she's doing this because this, and that, and she's doing this because she don't. No. Actually, they're not even thinking about you. What they're thinking about is trying to put their life together, and get their life in order and do things so they can take care of their own. Everything is not focused on you. And if you miss the mark, then I don't know what to tell you. So, prime example of what I'm talking about. So say you go and move into a new house. You know, you sign off and get your new house and everything. And maybe a cousin or even a friend or even somebody that you don't not even cool with. Just maybe somebody you work with. Just because you've had a conversation with them about you buying a house, you think because they don't went out and bought a house that they did what you did. Or you went and got a car, so they went and got a car. This is the thing. Everybody don't have to do things because you do it. And just because it happened at the same time that you happened, doesn't mean they did it because you did it. They could just the same way, the same exact identical way that you had in your mind and you plan to buy a house or a car. They didn't have it in their mind. Or they wasn't thinking about it. And the thing is, if you encourage them to do it, I don't see what's wrong with it. If I buy a house and somebody was like, you know what, Miss Pam can buy a house, so I know I can get out there and do it. I'm going to try to buy me a house. She was encouraged by the fact that I did it, so she did it. I could care less. I could care less if somebody else is buying a house and I'm buying a house, a car, or however you want to do it. It doesn't matter. That doesn't make sense. That's just like saying if you see people in the grocery store, well, they decided to go to the grocery store because I said I was going. No. Fact of the matter is, the fact that you said you was going reminded me that I needed to go, which I was already planning to go, but you kind of helped it along. Or we just had that same mind thought that came to our mind, or something that we had already planned. You got all kind of people out in this world that have the same plan that you have. They just go about it different. It's like we ended up at the grocery store, but the way we got here was different. And that may have been my last stop. That may have been her first stop. I mean, I just don't understand why people just can't mind their business and worry about what they're doing. Like, stop worrying about what everybody is doing and stop thinking that every time somebody do something, they're taking from you. Like, this is a big old world. And it's enough room for all of us. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, it's just crazy to me. If you get a car and I come to the work with the same car you got, she got the same car I did. She done car. No. Because, I mean, if truth be told, a lot of times when you go to the car lot, I know for me, when I go to the car lot, a lot of times I don't even end up with the car that I said I was going to end up with. But it fits me. So I go with it. But it wasn't in my plan. Because me, solely, I live off of God's plan anyway. So I may plan to go and get so. Or get a certain type of thing. But that may not be in God's plan. But so stop thinking that everybody is trying to do everything because of you, or doing something against you. Or they trying to do this and they trying to do that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Stay out of people's business. It's like if somebody buy a house and 5 years later they say, you know what, I don't want to move. So they sell the house they got and they buy them another one. I mean, hey, that's their problem. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because guess what? That's their money. That's their life. Period, point blank. I don't understand why we as people can't focus on what we gotta do for our own life, but we're so focused on somebody else's life. Man your business. Man your business. It's like some people don't like to drive. They want to catch the TARC downtown if they work somewhere where it's like a lot of traffic, and they park their car and they ride the bus. Some of them, the gas is too high, and you talking about you people, y'all look at that and y'all be like, well, he got a car, why he riding a bus? Man, no way. Why he riding a bus and he got a car? My thing is, why are you worried about it? That's his means of getting to work. I don't understand. Or if somebody Ubers, they getting an Uber to work, and how they get money like that? Well, you know what? A lot of times it's not how we doing it. It's who's doing it for us. And God takes care of a lot of stuff. But because you don't know, you have a problem. And the thing about people of today is that, y'all seem like that y'all have to know every little detail about somebody. Anything that go on and you don't know nothing about, it's really none of your business. If somebody buy $50,000, $60,000 car and they don't have no car payment, it ain't none of your business how that happened. Because really, it's not your problem. I mean, I don't care how a person did it. My thing is they did it. And I'm excited. Because for you to get a car $50,000 to $60,000 and you don't have no car payment, that's great. That's a blessing. So I really don't care how you did it. The thing is, you did it. It's not my problem. It's not my business to know how you did this and how you did that. That's not my business. No concern of mine. But people always wants to be in everybody's business, people's business, and try to see what's going on with them because they want to know everything. You don't have to know everything. You really don't. You know what you got to know? You got to know that you need to mind your business. That's exactly what you got to know. And I just wanted to do this video because I just get tired of people just got to know everything that goes on with somebody. Like, whose business of it is yours? How anybody do anything? It's really none of your freaking business. And I don't understand the problem. If you live underground in the dirt, that's your business. That's your home. That's the way you like to live. That's your problem. I see videos on TV, and really, it just makes me realize how much that if that's what you want to do, you can do it. You got people that live they live in the woods, they live out in the street, and they're not like doing it like they a poor person. This is what they do. They doing videos, they making money, and this is how they live. You got some that live in their cars and stuff. And it just made me start to realize that you should be able to live how you want to live. I mean, it's one thing that I feel about this generation right here is they do what the heck they want to do, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it. And frankly, I'm with it. I think you should do things how you want to do it, when you, long as you're doing it within the means of life and doing things right and stuff. It's your business. If you want to live in a box on the side of the road and that's what you're comfortable doing, that is your business. And I ain't always been like this. But I've gotten to the point where I mind my business because I realize that you should be able to do what the heck you want to do. And really, you should leave people alone. Leave people alone. Let them live their life the way they want to live their life and stop being so worrisome and nosy and meddling in people's business. It just trips me out how people's always in people's business, like real deep. To the point they ain't even focus on their own. If they focus on their own, they would see that their life is just as bad or not doing so good. And if you are living good and your life is going great, then focus on that. Because you sure enough not out here trying to help nobody or encouraging them to do this and encouraging them to do that, you know. Or just live your life. Sometimes people get encouraged off of you living your life. And the way that you're living encourages them to do the stuff that they do. And what's wrong with that? Just because you get it, don't mean I can't have it. I mean, why not just be happy for people? Like, just be happy for people. I see a lot of people that's 10, 20 years younger than me. And they doing the thing. They out here, they doing what they like to do, how they want to do it, and everything. And I learned to enjoy seeing people happy. Because you know what? I want to be happy. I don't want to be miserable. So I don't want to see other people miserable. When I see people out there struggling and striving and going through, I tell them, hey, it's going to be all right. You're going to get through it. Because you know what? I did it. I got through it. Yes. So my thing is, you can too. But stay out of people's business. Stop being so miserable that you want somebody else to be miserable. Come on now. I mean, be happy for people. Be excited for people. Rejoice with people. Stand beside people. Stop complaining about people. Stop talking gossiping about people's life and how they live their life. Like this, it just doesn't make sense to me. Stop doing that. Because how a person lives their life, that's their business. It is none of yours. If rather they living right or wrong, that's none of your business. Are you ministering to them? Are you speaking life into them? Are you living a certain way so they can see? If you're not doing none of those things, leave them alone. Because the fact of the matter is that God gives them a choice to do right or wrong. He don't bother them. He let them live their life. And if they go the wrong directions, they come right to him and pray about it. And guess what? He got them. So I don't understand, if you are a woman or man of God and you have the audacity to sit around and talk about people, put people down and talk bad about them and criticize them, and you living for the same God I am, and you talking about what I'm not doing and I'm not living right, well, what do you think you're doing? Because when you're talking about me, you're gossiping. When you're putting me down behind my back, you're gossiping. So go read the Bible while you're reading it and read about gossip, because it's in there. Read about lying, because it's in there. Because y'all do a lot of lying when y'all gossiping. This is what trips me out about people when they gossip about other people. They just throw stuff in there. Well, you know she's doing this because of this. And that ain't even true. But she moved in that house because, or she moved from the house to the apartment because she couldn't afford the house. And that's why she moved in the apartment. Well, the apartment probably a little more than the house. But okay. Some people do things for certain reasons. And that's their business. Everything don't have to be pictured the way that you think it is. Because it's not always that way. But that's the way you picture it, and that's the way you think. So come on. Come on, y'all. Stop being so nosy. Stop being in people's business. Mind your business. You know. And some people, most people out here that does these things, I'm not saying that they're the only ones, but the main ones that do it is older women and men. Because it used to be men was, they didn't do a lot of talking. But nowadays, men gossip more than women. And I don't understand. I for the life of me, do not understand. And they're up in age. 50 on up. They just running their mouth. 40 going north. Talking about everybody. You don't have too many years in front of you to be talking about nobody. I'll be running your mouth and gossiping and stuff. You need to be getting your life together, because you don't have too far. Because if you're 50, you only got 50 more years. I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And I'm just not at the point in these days that I'm just not with it. I'm really not with it. I mean, if I'm talking, I'm like, what, they shouldn't do her like that, or, we need to pray for her, or you need to pray for their sister. But just to sit and literally just talk about somebody and putting them down, I mean, that just, I don't understand that. Because you don't know what's going on in people's lives. And even if you do know what's going on in their life, what are you doing to help them? not to help them to benefit from it, but what are you doing to help them? I'm gonna tell you, I've been through a whole lot, and sometimes people talked about it, and sometimes they encourage. But this is the thing: the ones that talked about it and was mad about it because they didn't know what was going on. And that's the problem with people. If they don't know what's going on in your life, they are pissed off at you because you're not allowing them to know what's going on in your life. And then you become this distant person and you standoffish. And how am I standoffish? Not me personally, but just in general. How you standoffish just because you don't want to tell everybody your business? You don't want to tell everybody what you about to do, because a lot of things is not meant for you to know what I'm ready to do. I don't need you to know everything. Well, closed mouths don't get fed. Well, I don't know why, because I can eat with my mouth closed. I can still chew. Mouth is closed. So my thing is, closed mouths don't get fed. They get fed. You just want to know what they're eating. And they're not showing you. So you don't like it. Because then you're going to want to know where they get it from. And if they told you where they get it from, you be looking at them like they crazy. So mind your business and stay out of other people's problems. Because there is only one God. And I promise you, He's here to take care of everybody. If I pray to God for something, or if I pray to God about something, and He gives me the clarity of what to do and how to do it, it don't always include you. So if it don't include you, then I ain't gotta let you know nothing. Because it doesn't include you. It includes me and whoever God puts before me or puts around me. But people always tend to think that God is putting them. No. That's why now I move according to how God tell me to move. And I really don't care what nobody think or how they feel or what they say. I really don't care. Because that's how I move in life. But I'm just here to say, like, stay out of people's business. That's my thing. Mind your business. I promise your life will be better off. You wouldn't have to walk around here being so miserable. I don't know why people are so miserable. Some people are just so miserable in their skin to the point where they want to make other people think that person is a certain way because you're miserable. So mind your business. Mind the business that pays. That it pays. That's what you do. Mind your business. If you don't pay my bills, don't worry about what I do or how I do it. That's my whole thing. So I just wanted to put this video out, and I just want to encourage people to do whatever you like to do in life. I just say, make sure God's in it. Make sure God's in it, and it will just be fine. But life is going to life, and that's how it is. But as long as you got God, everything is going to work out. I want to thank everyone that watched this video. Hope that you got encouraged. Hope you got something out of it. And I just want to say, focus on your life and your life only. Until next time, have a blessed day.